listen, it's on you though, bro. I didn't mean to do that. I promise you I didn't, bro.
Islam, bro. It's all good. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Bey, all rights reserved.
Yay, yay.
And I'm here with my magnificent bros and who I'm well pleased.
All right. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco, northwest of Mexico. How are you? Let's
Indeed.
do impromptu improv. Let's go.
Happy Holy Day to everybody.
Indeed. Happy Holy Venus degree to you all.
And this is part two, actually part two of our Moorish knowing scholars or crybaby believers. So today we decided to actually, since we're talking about beliefs and believers, right? We decided to go into this is on the jump drive too, isn't it? Or I don't think it is.
I think it's only in our library in Seven Hill Stars, the brothers library. Even though I think the instruction is whoever asks for it to give it to them. I don't think it's in the Prophet Noble Drew University due to the fact of how the material was shared with me with the instruction that I got. I'll say
Indeed.
that. Indeed.
Yeah, I was just thinking. So, that whole Big Ben thing that we're actually about to go over right now, which is in the circles of mothers and sons. He goes over that whole God, word, which I think that's another. I think I could say that's another name or principle that deludes to slavery.
When used improperly, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, I am in complete agreement with that.
It's been applied in that way, right?
Correct.
So yeah, we're gonna get into this. That's what we're gonna go into. I don't know if we're gonna go into anything else after that, but for sure we got a treat.
Yeah, we do, and we're going to go in and very quickly. It'll probably be about an hour or so because we got to get to the jurisprudence gym. We're doing another extra special day today. Shout out to Mother Malika and Sonny and all our loved ones there at the jurisprudence gym at Lawful Living. And actually, I'm about to post that now to the Telegram. Let them know that we're live now, actually, and just go over some things, guys, because I do get it. When it comes to being Moorish American, some people may still think it's like a belief system. When Moorish Americans, sincere Moorish Americans, we actually are supposed to be making sure the world is governed appropriately. We're the angels, actually. I know it's been artfully depicted, somebody flying half naked with wings coming out their back. However, guys, this is not some, you got your belief system group, we got our belief system group. No, we are those that make the world go round. We govern the planet, actually. It's just that things got corrupt. And we're going to speak about that corruption today, right? Brother R is going to read, and I'm going to put in my ad libs. Yeah, I'm serious, member. That's what I'm going to do.
You're gonna hit him with the ha ha.
Yeah, ha ha. Yes, I'm gonna do. Mama, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do, yo. Money. That's what I'm gonna do in the background. Anyway, so I'm going to tell them live now. Enjoy ye studies, right? Peace be unto ye. Why does Brother Hasan keep putting ye? Because I'm doing that actually just so you guys can start, I'm going to say what I'm doing. I'm going to tell you to look up 20, that's 20, CFR, that's Code of Federal Regulations, 422.104. Who can receive a social security number? You've heard I and Brother R go over it many times. Those of you in the jurisprudence gym, you know what I'm saying? We exercise going over that just about every Tuesday and Thursday. And
that's exactly what that is. That's a jurisprudent. When you say ye, what you're doing, that's a jurisprudent exercise, basically. Like you're just exercising the jurisprudent concept in the mind. And then every time you probably say it, you probably think 20 CFR, like every single time. Like,
yeah, because I'm not a board that's going to be like, well, now I've declared to proclaim my nationality. Let me go down to the Social Security office and get these things that I need. It's like, why am I going to sell myself that I'm not a federal agent? So why would I do that? You know, and so you guys are going to have to watch out too for like, okay, you know, again, we appreciate Dr. Naila Gilliam L. We appreciate you for gracing us with being on office hours with Dr. G, along with Mother Malika and Keith, right? However, this is what I'm going to say here. Who can really come behind us on what we're really talking about as far as, you know, backing us up so in support to what we said on Tuesday on office hours with Dr. G, other than Brother Taj Tariq Bey? I'll wait. The answer is no one. So your hazy rods with black and milds and wife beaters, they're how much more we the autochthonous people that's so melanated with the melanatedness. Stop it. Okay, stop it. I don't know how many short tarbooses with you know, I don't care. I wrote this book and you don't even know astrology, bro. But you keep talking about Venus and her moon and stuff. Stop it. Okay, great. Yeah, you can author a book for 50 notes. Yay. And with one of the three stooges, Shem, something like that. Anyway, with that being said, I know you guys probably think I'm being an asshole. However, I'm not. Because if these people could have helped you, shouldn't they been have? Why are the babies, us, 8 years or less, bringing you solid information and telling you, prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. Prove to me that you're a federal agent with a contract, oath of office, and a certified statement saying that you're going to be using your energy, your life's energy, your property for more than 50% of the time doing trade or business, which is performing functions of public office at the pleasure of the governor. Prove me wrong. Just tell me, yeah, man, that's what I'm doing knowingly. That's what. No, you're not. No, you're not. Why? Because most of you've been sold out, and you don't want to admit it because you got a favorite Moorish superhero or some shit. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what the actual truth is. You might not like how I say it. You might not like how it comes out of my mouth. One thing's for sure and two things for certain. Don't fucking like me. Go right ahead. One thing you'll never be able to say, though, is Hasan lied. You cannot like the way I said it. You cannot like the way how I laugh and joke about it. And I'm not making fun of people's, ignorance as much as I'm saying, you don't see that knocking, like how T.P. Hearns would say. Right. You got to go and look at those old comic view comedies, those presentations. Just type T.P. Hearns. And like, you don't see that knocking? Then you know what I mean? It's like, he said the guy was on the plane and it flew into a mountain. Bow. Like, wouldn't you think?
Yo, if you look up
a pilot test, they would ask you a simple question like, "Can you see that mountain?" Like, like I'm just saying.
Yo, that's so funny.
Here. What'd you say?
That's so funny how like earlier before we started this live, Brother Hasan was like, let's pick a constitution from anywhere, you know what I mean? Like just any place, like what'd you say? You threw a couple names out there. But I ended up looking,
let's do Vermont, let's do places where we're not near, or there's people that are like, maybe it could be, unconscious Moors there, right? So I was like, all right, cool. I think I said Vermont.
Right.
Idaho,
that's what I looked up. I looked up Vermont, right?
South Carolina. I think I said stuff like that. You know what I mean? Go ahead, bro. I'm listening. I yield, bro.
When you get to chapter 2, section 66, talks about citizenship. It says that you had to first take an oath or affirmation of allegiance to the state. Like,
so you got to be a member of Vermont.
Yeah, like it says every person of good character who comes to settle in this state, having first taken an oath or affirmation of allegiance to the same, may purchase or by other just means acquire, hold, and transfer land or other real estate, and after 1 year's residence shall be deemed a free denizen thereof, and entitled to all rights of a natural born subject of this state, except a natural born subject. Bro, they're telling you.
That's why I said, man, like,
How
Come on.
how can the Moor be subject to the Vermont colony? Like that don't even make sense.
Wham, brother R, wham. How am I going to have all the materials in life that I've been used to? Wham.
Yeah. Wham.
Yo. Dare I play it? Do I play it?
Yo, it says you have to first take an oath or affirmation of allegiance. But let's get to the invocation, bro. Because I know we going in already.
We about to continue to go in, actually. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. I was just really thinking I could hurry up and, you know what I mean, just scroll really quick all the way to the back. You know what I mean? That's what I was looking for real quick, yo. Like, because Brother R said that's the new wambulance alert. You know what I'm saying? The new wambulance alert is clearly that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? Because people are just really up. No chill I have.
The new Wambulance theme song.
That's the new Wambulance theme song, right? Seriously, man.
It's gonna be an ambulance with the crying cat on the side and shit.
Like, bruh. All right. Let's be serious and take a pause for the cause, right? And boom shakalaka. There we go. Want to take it right to the iBooks here. All righty, guys. You see our beloved prophet, Noble Drew Ali, standing due guard in his Moorish fez. All righty, standing on the square, standing just right above the Moorish American prayer, guys. This is what we're going to go in on. We're going to stand, right? We're going to face east, which is symbolic, metaphysically speaking, to going within. 5 appendages on the left hand extended, just the index and middle extended on the right. And I'm going to face east here. You can repeat after me, either aloud or in your heart. Islam. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love. Truth. Peace. Freedom. And justice. Allah is my protector. My guide. And my salvation. By night. And by day. Through his holy prophet. Noble Drew Ali. Amen. All righty, guys. Since I went in on that invocation in terms of Moorish American's prayer, my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother R. Bey, is going to do the first letter to be read in every meeting. Of course, what you guys are seeing here, what you saw at first there for the Moorish American prayer, now even right here, it's all coming from the Moorish Holy Temple of Science Administrative Functions. You can order that from rvbaypublications.com. Shout out to Mother Rosmaria B. Bey. All right, where we get our books from. And again, on page 84, right, the following is a letter written by Prophet Noble Drew Ali on the 18th day of January, 1928, Anno Domini. He commanded that it be read before every meeting. And I yield the floor to our beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother R. Bey.
Islam, appreciate you, bro.
You all ready?
All right, administrative functions. Moorish Science Temple of America, Home Office, 3603 Indiana Avenue. Noble Drew Ali, founder. Chicago, Illinois, January 18th, 1929. To be proclaimed in every meeting. Dear Brother Islam, I am glad to know that that just makes me think, like, when people try to act like saying Islam as a greeting is tacky or something, or corny. So that's how the prophet was greeting in this letter.
Indeed.
I'm glad to know that I have a few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There's a host of jealousy about me and the movement, now by the same people of our side of the nation that claim it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that it is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation, as an American citizen. They are working every scheme that they can to disqualify me so they themselves may take charge of the situation. Can you scroll up?
Pardon me. I was really in the zone just now.
I was kind of in the zone too. I was thinking
Yeah.
about, I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that contribute to the movement and uplifting funds, the ones that paid their divine respect to me and the movement, we remembered. That is why I'm calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance, and I need it bad. Never before have I needed finance as badly as I do at present, that I may shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my fame and nobility. The nations of the world will not recognize the movement without me, the prophet, being the head. It has been proven by my work in which I have performed in the last few months, because I was at the governor's inauguration to represent the Moorish Divine and National Movement, and I will be at the inauguration of President Hoover for the same cause. Noble Drew Ali.
It's long. Second letter to be read in every meeting is coming from Moorish literature excerpts from the Moorish Guide newspaper, also from rvbaypublications.com here on pages 12 and 13. And again, Prophet Noble Drew Ali standing on his square, handsomely standing due guard with his Moorish Sharif's fez on. And this is the second letter to be read in every meeting. All righty. At each meeting, right? Divine warning by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Prophet warns all Muslim governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. And that's the internet too, because the internet is the virtual streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings towards the temple or the prophet, or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement, will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the laws laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting the prophet and the temple, their prophet and the temple, our prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways by order of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. All righty. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me back up and let's just get right on into it, right? Circle of Mothers and Sons, right? Moorish American Institute. And I'm already on the Big Ben Bay page. Brother R is going, it's only 4 paragraphs. I guarantee you, guys, when I do my, yeah, I'm serious, member. When I do that and do my ad libs, guys, yeah, I'm not going to play. All righty. So, mama, that's what I'm going to do. All righty. So let's get going. I'm going to, and when I ad lib, guys, I trust you have your pen and paper. So before I get started, actually, let's see if anyone's in the chat. If not, cool. Let's see if anyone's on YouTube in the Chisnat. Let me go and click on that there and mute it and pause it right there. Hey, all righty. Brother Aldo Latif L. Halo City Young says, Salam Moors, peace and love. Happy Holy Day Muslims. That's what he says. Happy Holy Venus degree to you, beloved brother. All righty. And so we about to get started, right? And I guess I'll just type here, peaceful greetings, beloveds, to you all, actually, right? And do my 5 on the left, 2 on the right. I know some people be like, hold on, but you're putting 2 on the right in the text and 5, 2 on the left and 5 on the right. That's because if you were facing me, That's how it would look to you. You would see the 2 on your left and the 5 on your right, even though I have 5 on my left, 2 on my right. So that's just why I do it that way, guys. So even those of you that's like, no, I'm gonna still do it because it's 5 on the left, 2 on the right. That's just like you doing the opposite of what I'm doing here. So anyway, it is what it is. It's all about mathematics, right? And how you see it. Just make sure your mathematics is, what's the word? Accurate. Make sure your mathematics are accurate. All righty. And let me say happy holy degree. Brother Hasan Bey is going to start reading that first paragraph. I yield to you, beloved brother. Islam.
Big Ben Bey. In 1795, Big Ben Bey laid the foundation of our federal government in New York City. He was a Moorish master astrologer, metaphysician, and a 360-degree master mason, plus a time clock inventor. He invented the Big Ben clock. Ben Bey was born on March 6, 1732, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is the original ancient Alhambra of North Africa.
So Emmanuel bin Bey Muali, right, in 1795 laid the foundation for our federal government. So when you guys are like, oh, these people are corrupt, well, that's because Moors need to, this is what I'm saying. Moors is not some believer group that's like, oh, well, it's just like the Christians. And no, respectfully, no. You wouldn't even have the version of the Coptic faith that you call Christianity if it wasn't for us. Respectfully. Just know that we are those Moors that can see what went wrong. We allowed ourselves to come into these bodies, allow our consciousness to come into these bodies that we're animating. And Bryson Tiller, tell me, how can I right my wrongs? I'm not saying we're the ones that's wrong. I'm just saying that we being collectively all connected. Your wrong is my wrong, technically, because one mother's breast have given a suck, which means we're all interconnected. So with that being said, I'm just seeing that right here, when that being said, near New Amsterdam, right? New Amsterdam state of mind, we discussed earlier, right? So when you're talking about our federal government, technically, remember, it was, 35 Moorish sons, 20 Albion sons, so that we can stop the wars on the planet that we were having and actually kind of continue to have, right? So the prophet before Prophet Noble Drew Ali is Emmanuel bin Bey Muali, who is in history known as Benjamin Banneker. So you're like, who's Big Ben Bey, right? Yeah. So he was a Moorish master astrologer, metaphysician, and 360-degree master mason, plus a time clock inventor. Looky, astro cookie, right? And so, you already know when you got near what they call London, the Big Ben clock and all that. Check it out, though. His solar return is exactly one Neptune cycle. It takes Neptune 165 years to go 360 degrees in the Zodiac. 165 years for Neptune to go around the Zodiac once, right? So right now, Neptune's in Pisces at about 22 degrees Pisces, right? 22, 23 degrees Pisces. It won't be there again for another 165 years. What's interesting is 165 years later on the same date, March 6th, however, 1889, if I'm not mistaken, hold on, let me think about this one. 1897, you have Charles Moseley Bey manifests. So to me, when I read this, it's like, I wonder if Charles Moseley Bey is the consciousness that was in Emmanuel bin Bey Muali and animated whom we see written being Charles Moseley Bey. Period. So remember, believe nothing that I say. I'm just showing you guys. And then when you see Philadelphia, P with a lowercase a, that's talking about Pennsylvania Commonwealth. That's de jure republic that you see right there, even in the abbreviation, even though I encourage Moors not to abbreviate. However, when you see capital P, lowercase a period, that's Pennsylvania Commonwealth. Whereas capital P, capital A is the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, which is an agency that is operating, doing corporate activity that's not necessarily, religious, like in terms of the affidavit that Prophet Noble Drew Ali put in according to the laws of 1871-72, page 296, referring to the Hers Revised Statutes, right? Chapter 32, right? So it's letting you know also that Shakamoxon, which is known as Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Commonwealth, is the original ancient Alhambra pertaining to North Africa. Oh, you mean over there where they... No. Here, anciently termed a mexum. So where we are is actually a mexum. You think it's the United States of America. However, that's a service corporation occupying the land. See, the United States of America Service Corporation occupying the land is no different than the aluminum pan and the plastic wrap that protects the lasagna. The lasagna is a mexum. However, the corporate aluminum and plastic is the United States of America. I don't care what you think or what you say. And remember, don't believe anything I say. Prove it wrong. Prove it wrong. Try at least. And when you prove it right, teach your loved ones. I yield to you, beloved brother Islam.
Islam, bro. Second paragraph. It was Big Ben Bey who phrased the word God.
Rewind! Who phrased the word God?
It was Big Ben Bey who phrased the word God from the three departments of our federal government, namely government, right? Government.
Yeah, the government department.
I was trying to think of a way. How would you say that as a contraction? But
let me stop.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Government, Ordinance, Department of Justice.
Exactly. So now when you think about that, the government department, the ordinance department, the Department of Justice, think about what CM Bey did when he filed something in the Library of Congress.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because if you think about it, and you can correct me on this if you want, the Library of Congress and the Copyright Office are two different offices. Two different departments. And you got the Department of Justice, which those of you that are Moorish Americans for real, your general and permanent character is filed in these places, not to make you a subject of some federal activity. It's saying that you know that you guys are the angels here to uphold peace on earth. And since you have subjects under you, our Albion sons and daughters that may be in these positions and others that allow their mindsets to take an oath of office after being contracted and writing a certified statement. Oh yeah, we're not the dogmatic believer Moors. We're not the package selling Moors. We're not the secured party creditor, mix it and put your left foot in the commerce game, take your left foot. We're not those guys. Who we are those ancients returned that know how this goes. Period. And at the end of the day, we're going to keep doing this. Have you guys read Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday? We are always on YouTube. Have you guys noticed that? Giving you what you actually need. But yet you're looking for your next Moorish superhero kind of guy that's a Continental general or former Marine, probably still a current Marine, that'll let you hold the flag on 95 when you didn't make a competent decision to, what's that? How the American study? So the government department, the ordinance department, and the Department of Justice. Unweak Kaitis is where you at, bro. Unweak Kaitis.
I'm at yeah. How you pronounce Anuit?
Yeah, Unweak Kaitis.
Kaitis. Big Ben Bey employed the first capital letter from each of the three departments which spelled God. In God we trust, meaning good government for the people and by the people, in unity in the name of law, truth, freedom, justice, equality, peace, progress, and the pursuit of happiness, the kingdom of God on earth. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, all praises due to Allah, God of the universe. Bear in
Here it
mind.
goes. Hold on. Here's the kicker now. This is where you're going to get kicked out of dogma. Like, get that stupid ass belief and stuff out your head. Go ahead, I yield.
All praises due to Allah, God of the universe. Bear in mind that this word God definitely does not imply the creator of the universe, for it has proved itself as to what it implies.
Which means we just told you that God is Government Ordinance Department. Government Department. Ordinance Department. Department of Justice. I know you would have been like, well, why didn't we just say God? G-O-J.
That's why they gave you Jesus. Jesus, and what did it say? Jesus means justice.
Yeah, it's a Masonic code there, yes, and you just cracked it.
So that's where the J comes in. Jesus. You get God and Jesus for government, ordinance, Department of Justice.
Jesus. Is this the way we're supposed to be like? Okay, I'll go ahead, bro.
Department of Jesus. That's where you get the hammer of truth and hammer it in till it's a part of every part.
Probably, I was hitting the organ. Go ahead, I yield.
Bro, go scroll up a little bit. I can't see.
Oh no, it is the basic reason. That's the last part. Is where you left off at. I cut you off right there, bro.
Okay, I thought we had finished it. All right. Bear in mind. Yep, read that. All right. It is the basic reason as to why. I don't even want to say our federal government.
It is definitely ours. We better.
Yeah. I know it's ours, but when it says ours, some people think like we're saying like we're under that instead of being over that. You see what I'm saying?
Oh no, these Albion sons and daughters wouldn't have anything. Our beloved Albion sons and daughters wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for us. So eventually they'll get over well, I don't like it when Moors saying that they own the planet. Look, get over it. The history is we do. You're even lucky to be here. Don't get mad or upset because we're telling you the truth of the history that you try to keep hidden, or you try to bull down Prophet Noble Drew Ali to something. No, we're actually, boy, trying to tell you, man, there's some stuff that you only get in Privy Council.
Yeah, it is the basic reason as to why our federal government cannot have anything to do with religion.
Jesus, Bruce Lee Christ.
It even tells you that there will be no religious test to enter any office.
Exactly. That's that. There you go. That's Article 6 in it.
Yep. That's Astro Civics for you. Big Ben Bey.
Boom shakalaka.
Big Ben Bey was an astrologer, metaphysician, and a humanitarian.
So is Seven Hill Star. Yeah.
The people had declined to an all-time low morally.
Whoa. The people did what?
Yeah, they declined to an all-time low.
So they got bad credit. Let me stop. Because they declined. Okay, go ahead. I yield.
Right. As a result of ignorance, war and bloodshed, and destruction while under the old Muhammad priesthood of dictatorship.
So in other words, it was a family feud, no Steve Harvey.
The old Muhammad priesthood of dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
While some are trying to tell you to prostrate right now.
It got corrupt. That's why I said follow the Moriscos.
So Big Ben Bey.
Rise of the who? No. They're repeating history. They don't follow the Morisco shit.
So Big Ben Bey had no alternative than to release his phrase, God, as a symbol of spirituality in
Time
order
out, as a symbol of spirituality. But what is it really? In order to what?
It's God and Jesus.
As a symbol of spirituality in order to what?
In order to solve that crucial problem of crime among the people by way of instilled fear of mystery doctrine, in order for the people to discipline themselves for a more intelligent society. That makes 100% complete sense.
Whoa.
They had to give you the dogma to get you to act right.
So actually, what Big Ben, some people are like, you think Big Ben Bay stole us out? No, he just spanked your ass.
He just gave you a whooping.
Years. What'd you say, bro?
He just gave you a whooping, that's all.
That's it. For the last 227 years, just been spanking that ass, spanking that ass, spanking that ass.
You want to be in your lower self? All right.
Okay. You want to be okay?
Unleash the secret weapon. The word God on him.
I think he pulled it out. He pulled it out the case like this, like.
Unleash the secret.
Go ahead, bro.
Where we at? Let's see. So Big Ben Bey had no alternative than to release his phrase, God, as a symbol of spirituality in order to solve that crucial problem of crime among the people by way of instilled fear of mystery doctrine in order for the people to discipline themselves for a more intelligent society. People were too ignorant to understand Big Ben Bey's science of metaphysics and astrology. Therefore,
stop.
Yeah, that's heavy, right?
Are they still that now? Because Seven Stars, definitely. That's what I'm saying, bro. This is one page. You're only on the third paragraph. I'm 4. Okay, I'm just saying. Don't get mad at us. We're actually sharing something with you that some of you guys' brains, I'm trusting, doesn't turn into water after this presentation. But that's not why we're doing it. I yield, though. Go ahead, bro.
Indeed. The people were too ignorant to understand Big Ben Bey's science of metaphysics and astrology. Therefore, Big Ben Bey had to make his supreme sacrifice in the name of humanity by giving the priesthood the phrase God.
So he gave the abusers of the people who wouldn't get shit together, because the priesthood has been fucking you up, and they've been using God to fuck you up some more. So if you all mad at Emmanuel Ben Bey Ali, or who they termed as Benjamin Banneker in history, he didn't sell you out. You guys had no do-right in you. So he had to make a sacrifice. He wasn't with the shits. He wasn't with the arguing and fighting. He had a mission to uphold. In order to change the people, you must change their literature. Do you see that in this? So he gave you God to whip your ass with. I yield.
No, yeah, that makes complete sense. And then and what did Noble Drew Ali do? He brought you back Islam. He already knew where your mind was at. Of course, he had to bring the justice into it, the Jesusness into it. He was doing the same thing when he included Jesus and everything.
He was actually fulfilling that which Ben Bey already got on the ball, and then it was like, all right, y'all finished getting your ass with? Okay, well, come on, play your nationality. Let's get back to where we was before you got corrupt, being the old Muhammad priesthood of dictatorship, because you got all dictatory and shit. Don't nobody like dictators.
Yeah. Where we at?
So this is the basic.
So this is the basic reason as to why our federal government made education compulsory, in order for the people to understand by reasoning the difference between mythology and truth. The word God was used for the first time in 1795.
Some people are going to be mad as shit when they see that last sentence. Nuh-uh, because the Bible was the King James Version was 1611, and it says used. You know, like you use a belt, like I said, to whip somebody's ass. It was used. That's why the Federal Reserve Note says, in God we trust. In government departments, ordinance departments, departments of justice, we trust that the people will get their shit together the more we whip their ass with de facto operations until they declare or claim their nationality, not just try to put it to the side like it doesn't matter. Nah, when you really get in this history, you better declare and proclaim your nationality, because there's some other stuff that's going to come down the pike in a few years, and you're going to wish that you wasn't just some Tata Condis. I remember when we went near the Pittsburgh Corporation for a brother had who we've had on here before, some months back, and he had a convention near the Pittsburgh Corporation. There was a guy that was running Albion's son, who was running an ice cream shop, and he was like, as soon as we saw him and he saw our fezzes, he's like, I am a subject under Moorish law. He said, I'm a Moorish subject under Moorish law. I think one time he said, I'm a Moorish subject under Muslim law. So any Albion sons or daughters out there that have been falsely called white people over the last few hundred years, if none of you are speaking like that one Albion son who was running the ice cream shop and giving food away to whatever more walked in there, and knows that that's what it is, any Albion here at anywhere on the planet, actually, because the Moroccan Empire is the whole world. I know some of you just wish it wasn't that way. You just want it to be your Father in heaven. That Father in heaven and that Father in heaven stuff just means process. Father is the process that mother chooses. In heaven means your higher self thinking. Get over yourselves. Because anything else is you continuing to get your ass whipped by Big Ben Bay.
Right, by the Department of Jesus.
Department of Jesus. Jesus. Let me get my church fan. Hold on.
Oh, you're a federal. Oh, yeah. Are you a federal agent? Oh, you must work for the Department of Jesus.
and we're not being mean. We're actually telling you the truth that most people only get in certain privy council lodge areas under a death oath. That's not us. Look, hold on. This tassel moves so freely. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, it's not pinned down. Jesus put a fez on his head, crown him. Okay, so anyway, I yield, bro.
In the year 1215, Moorish calendar year, which is equivalent to 1795, Crusade.
It's supposed to be Croix. It's supposed to be a Croix. Crusade Croix.
Crusade Croix. Or Christian calendar year in the region of Anglia, Belgium, Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
Known today as New York City.
Exactly. Anglia,
the Empire
Belgium,
State.
Correct. The Empire. The Empire. State.
The Empire State.
Uh-huh.
Right? A fearless, free Moorish astrologer and mathematician by the name of Ben Bey.
By the appellation, more apropos, if it was, to say that. Go ahead, I yield though.
But not the common law definition of name, right?
Correct, because then he would be Christian property, which he could never be, because no copper tone being on the planet could ever be Christian. But Jesus, how many people are really ready to deal with that one? There's so many copper tone or olive shade people that actually think they're Christian, and that's an impossibility. Like trying to exchange Federal Reserve notes to pay for something.
Right. Like paying a debt with a Federal Reserve note.
And I'm not being mean, because I know some of our loved ones are out there looking, and I'm not being mean. All you got to do, instead of trying to fight me with your arrogant beliefs, just ask me for the record so you can read it and research it. And then when you go and find out that that's true, then you got to think to yourself, then why have I been subscribing to that level of hypnosis? Because you've been getting your ass whipped by Big Ben Bay since 1795. Okay, I yield.
So when we read name, we're not talking about the Department of Jesus name.
Exactly.
So mathematician by the name of Ben Bey laid the foundation of the Universal Apprentice Hall of the science of government, human character, unity, human equality, justice, and peace. Salam upon the 12 signs of the zodiac and the 4 squares of 90 degrees.
So that's why if these beings ignore our Moorish Zodiac constitution, they are violating their own Magna Carta, because the Magna Carta is completely derived from and dependent on our Moorish Zodiac constitution, dealing with the 12 signs of the Zodiac and geometry and the numbers 0 through 9. I don't care what your fucking beliefs is. I don't care what well, I practice my faith this way. Cool. We gave that to you years ago, centuries ago. You wouldn't even have those things if it wasn't for us. Again, we have knowledge and information that you don't have. Some of you, however you want access to it, it is in Prophet Noble Drowley University. It's just that the circle of mothers and sons really is on. This is some Privy Council stuff, guys. We're giving you some exclusivity here. Seriously. Even though some idiots got some of the information that I got, they actually put it on Scribe, like fucking idiots. And then made a book. Said they wrote a book, and when I recognized, I'm like, hey man, that's Circle of Mothers and Sons. And they didn't even have the whole document like I had. They just had the Islam portion and put it in the book. That's copy and pasting, right? I yield.
Okay, so laid the foundation, right? With that. All right, 4 squares and 90 degrees, and termed it the hub of the universe. So let me run that back real quick. It said, Ben Bey laid the foundation of the Universal Apprentice Hall of the science of government, human character, unity, human equality, justice, and peace. Salam upon the 12 signs of the zodiac and the 4 squares of 90 degrees, and termed it the hub of the universe for perpetual universal freedom.
Perpetual. Never stopping.
This foundation, indeed, this foundation is referred to as the White House, D.C., and Ben Bey is referred to in Crusade USA history books as Benjamin Banneker.
So that so-called that Casablanca, that White House, that's our shit. Sitting at the New York seat, so to speak, which is Anglia, Belgium, Amsterdam, which we were just 9 times out of 10 trading our Albion sons and daughters, because the first slaves are the Slavs, and that's where you get slave and Slav from. Moorish Americans, the olive tone people, the copper tone people, we were enslaved due to us doing this shit that you see here. This is why we were enslaved. I just gave you the history on it. Me and my beloved brother. He read the paragraphs. I did my yeah. I'm serious, member. That's what I did. I just was ad-libbing. That's all. He's kicking the verses to you, though. You see what I'm saying? And some of you are, oh, no, I don't believe that. You don't have to. You really don't. I'm not even asking you to. I'm asking you to go research it and try to prove us wrong. Do your best. I guarantee you when you try to prove us wrong, you're going to prove us right. You're like, fuck, they're right again. How can we then now try to boil it down and say it's their belief and get them to secede and not be so strong in their knowledge? That's never going to happen, guys, because we know, especially our Albion sons and daughters, you're our subjects and will forever be that until you are completely absorbed. That's why the sun is getting rid of some of you all. That's why some of the Albion daughters are begging to get with Moorish sons. Won't be on this dick, though. I tell you that. Real talk.
Pull up that Vermont Constitution.
All right, let's do that real quiz, Nick. Let's see, where are we? Boom shakalaki. Say boom boom shakalaki. Let's see. Okay, let's get out of here because I was on that trash. Just looking at some things. Vermont Constitution. Go! Change
That's it right there too.
Boom shaka like a boom shaka. Wow. Okay, yeah, because we was like on Sunday, right? When we going to Brother Taj to Tariq Bey's Jump Drive Part 3. I was like, yo, let's just go over some random statue stuff and show the people that we have this pattern recognition navigation ability inside of us to go and check any General Assembly and point out why people can't be held to certain bullshit. However, where would you like for me to go, beloved brother? The Declaration of Rights of the Inhabitants of the State.
Go to chapter 2.
You said Article 2 or Chapter 2?
Chapter 2.
All righty, let me find where it says chapters. Where does it say chapters at? Let's see. Boom, there we go. Plan or frame of government, delegation,
now it's going by section.
Distribution of powers. Where are we at?
Now it's going by section instead of article, so go to section 66.
On section 66.
All right. So it says every I know I read it earlier, but now everyone can see the reference. Citizenship, every person of good character who comes to settle in this state, having first taken an oath or affirmation of allegiance to the same. So you got to take this goes back to the principle I was saying, that you cannot uphold the statutes until you first take an oath to uphold the Constitution, because the statutes come in the hierarchy after the Constitution. Therefore, when they're saying who comes to settle in this state, having first taken an oath or affirmation of allegiance to the same, to the state, right, to the state, you can't take an oath to the state, or you can't take an oath or affirmation of allegiance to the state unless you first take an oath to uphold the Constitution, because that comes first, period. Constitution came first. So now you need an oath of, they're telling you need an oath of office to be a citizen of their so-called state. So how in the world can their state hold you to any statutes? What they talking about when you never even took an oath to uphold them statutes?
To add to your wisdom, the funny thing is it's like that for all state of corporations.
Exactly.
Every last one of them. It's like,
and you can't be a citizen of Chipotle. So
what? I can't be an African Chipotlean?
Nah, you can't be a subject.
I can't be a Chipotlean American.
You can't be a subject of Burger King. You can't do it.
Shit, man. I thought I was a Burger Kingonian or some shit, man. Damn. All righty.
That's a fiction.
Guess I need to declare and proclaim my nationality and stop trying to take on. That's why I said, like, even our Albion sons and daughters, we love you, and we know that pale skin can't really take the sun. But guess what? Spoiler alert, you're not American. You can never be American, just like copper toned beings that are olive shade could never be Christian. Oh, I just figured that was apropos for that moment. Okay,
you can. Here, I was gonna say, I don't know if you want to just kind of like skim through the Constitution and find something else, but I got another citation that we could look at that kind of helps build on this concept of having an oath.
What's the next one? Tell me, man. Let me type it in.
NRS 10.155.
NRS, Nevada Revised Statute 10.155, correct?
Correct.
All righty, here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? General provisions. Yes. Civil practice, right? It's from Title 2, Civil Practice, Chapter 10, General Provisions. And if I zoom it on in, it looks like Brother R wants us to press on legal residence. Right?
Yeah. And you already know what the deal is with the etymology of those words.
All right, I can zoom back in though. I just wanted people to get a full scope of it. What'd you say? We need to
I'm
look
just
up
going to point out real quick.
also?
Huh? No, I'm saying we already know what the etymology of resident is.
Correct.
So I'm just going to point out real quick how the other provision of the Constitution said you needed to take a. So watch what this statute says about legal residence.
So we just time traveled and warp speeded from near the Vermont State Republic, but on their State of Vermont page.
1790s.
Correct. To now we hear, 1981 looks like, but a little farther west, about 1,000 or so miles near the Nevada State Republic, but calling themselves the State of Nevada. All right, I yield, bro.
All right. It says, unless otherwise provided by specific statute, the legal residence of a person with reference to the person's right of naturalization, right to maintain, and that's another thing. If you're going to become a resident, then you're naturalizing, you're giving up your nationality. So no more can be a resident. Yeah.
You can't be a national and talking about you're a state national. You're how do Americans say idiot? You're a fucking idiot.
If you're saying you're a national within the construct of the United States, then you're saying that you're a national of the United States, not a national of the American continents. You're saying you're a national of the corporation, which again, you can't be a citizen or national Chipotle. That's not real. We know it's a corporation doing business on the land.
Jesus, Bruce Lee Christ.
They can offer you a corporate position. That's it. That's why they don't have a nationality card to give you.
They can't.
They call the passport their national document. That's not true. It's not real.
And that's for federal agents. Mama. Okay.
And then again, did you take an oath of office before you got that passport?
Do it look like I was left out bamboozled?
So, unless otherwise provided by specific statute, the legal residence of a person with reference to the person's right of naturalization, right to maintain or defend any suit at law or in equity or any other right dependent on residence. Right? They're giving you rights dependent. They can't give you rights. They could give you privileges, but they're giving you privileges based on residence, based on saying that you're a federal agent with them. Is that place where the person has been physically present. So you have to be physically present within the state or county, as the case may be, during all of the period for which residence is claimed by the person. So not only do you have to be physically present in the state, which means you have to be on land or in buildings owned by or ceded to the government, right? You have to be near the seat of government or places purchased by the government so that you could be in the state. Then for all the time you're in the state, you have to agree that that was your residence. You have to claim it as your residence.
Jesus, Bruce Lee Christ. Okay, I yield.
So it's like you tell these people to produce the documents to prove you're a legal resident, to prove you took an oath of office. Because otherwise, what are they talking about? Why is the manager at SeaWorld telling me anything about their SeaWorld policies?
Slippery. Whoa.
Can a SeaWorld manager tell you you can't swim in your pool at your home?
Splash.
Unless you got a certain type of slip resistant, water shoes or something. Like, they can't regulate you. You don't have a contract with them.
Splash. That's my ad libs, bro. I'm just ad libbing. Mama.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Nah, yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Like, a lot of times what they're doing when they're presuming jurisdiction, they're presuming it based on they think you're a resident or they think you're a citizen or they think, they think that you're a ward or subject of their quote unquote state, right? Which we know they're supposed to guarantee a republic. So I don't want to hear that they're the original state and this and that, you're a citizen and you can't be a citizen. That's not the original. See what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you ready to close this out, bro?
Islam, bro.
Islam. I mean, it doesn't get any more plain. I mean, man, and we did it in under an hour. I mean, in this one right here, I mean, you thought that was a gut punch on Tuesday at office hours with Dr. G, guys. I'm just telling you, like, what are your consulating general follow the Moriscos? I write a book, sell it for 50 Federal Reserve notes, and only want you to focus on the law of nations and write up a tombstone for Prophet Noble Drew Ali, as if we're taking over the movement. Me and this stooge over here who doesn't wear a fez except for in a picture type. All that stuff is over, guys. However, we see you guys still supporting that stuff. We're just going to know that you are, well, the Americans say, a dumbass, right? You're an idiot.
A Dumas.
A Dumas. Like, with the pinky finger up, Dumas.
Hey, like you call him a dumbass. They're like, you're condescending. Oh, my apologies, Dumas.
Dumas.
You gotta put a spin on it so they don't get offended.
I know, right? Because they're so sensitive. Well, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, whom I well please. Mother Sahar, peaceful greetings to you. Mother Sahar sends peaceful greetings, Brother Hasan and Brother R, to everyone in the chat. Happy holiday, right? She also laughs and says, the truth shall make you free. And shout out to all of you that's going to watch this later on once I actually share it out and things of that nature. However, we're going to yield because we got to get to the jurisprudence gem. Brother R is going to lead us on now with the invocation out term, the Moorish American prayer. Guys, are going to have 5 appendages on your left hand extended. Just the index and middle on the right. We're going to face east, just like how we started out, which is symbolic metaphysically. So going within, because east means within. And I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother R. Muhammad Bey. Islam.
Islam. Repeat after
Islam.
Allah, Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace.
Freedom.
Freedom.
And justice.
And justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide.
My guide.
And my salvation.
And my salvation.
By night and by day.
By night and by day.
Through his holy prophet.
Through his holy prophet.
Noble Drew Ali.
Noble Drew Ali.
Amen.
Amen. Indeed, guys. We love you all so much. Thank you for joining us. And we are about to, I'm going to hit up a little bit of Victory Rouse. Says, here come my baby. Ooh, girl, look at that vegan pizza. Okay, guys. So that's for real. All right. So stop that screen share there, guys. Thank you all so much for joining us. Brother R, any last comments, questions, or suggestions?
Well, for those who didn't catch it in the beginning, happy Holy Venus degree Islam. Peace and love, everybody.
Islam to our beloveds. Namaste, namaste, namaste. I know I got the piece in my hand, right? Islam, y'all. Peace out.